Well, hello guys, it's SGR Sean on Honor Gaming here. We're joined by Rose. Maybe Fee will join us in a few seconds. We're going to be talking about E3, man. The conferences ended. We saw all of them. So we're going to be discussing what we saw and what we liked, what we didn't like. So, yeah. How you doing, Rose?
Pretty good. After the power went off, I'm pretty good.
So, the first one was obviously EA, and we already know that we thought EA sucked.
I mean, it was to be expected.
Because, well, it was basically just you went there to see another live stream. There was two live streams live streaming each other.
Through a live stream on Twitch.
Yep. Not much going on over that EA, but even less that was going on was the games, man. That's like
No, there were practically no games. There were just updates and DLCs.
It's like they were talking about how much they listen to the players and all these things. Talking about the Star Wars franchise that we're gonna be making another game.
Other games. They actually said they were gonna make two, a new Battlefront and an original story game, which I think.
Well, they were making 3 games because in the next conference they showed the VR Battlefront.
Well, here's the funny thing. That's not a game. That's more like a DLC.
Okay.
Because it's part of Battlefront, the game. It's actually called Star Wars Battlefront X-Wing Missions. But it's like a DLC implemented missions that you have to use the VR for. That's it. That's what it is. It's a DLC.
Well, we'll get to that more when we reach the Sony conference. But all in all, besides the obvious, what else did you think about the EA press conference?
Well, disappointing again. They didn't have much to show, and disappointment also the fact that they left a lot of people waiting for something that they've been wanting to hear and see for so long, like 2 years straight, and yet they keep living it. Like they just leave it on a cliffhanger every single year, and that's the new Mass Effect.
Yep.
Like this year was the worst. Like this year they come with so many promises before the conference, like, oh, we're gonna give you updates, we're gonna show you how it's going, and then they just this guy, I forgot who he was. He comes in, he starts talking about the game. He builds you. He was building up like a gameplay video or something.
Like
but
this
no.
huge reveal of the game. Like we're about to blow your minds with Mass Effect right now. But no, like don't get me wrong. Behind the scenes are cool because well, I'm learning that shit. So to me it's kind of like a cool thing. But to everyone else.
It's boring, and it's not what they want to see. Like, people want to see the product, not them making the product. They want to see the product. They want to see.
They did show pieces of gameplay in it, but
yeah, but if you look it up, it's gameplay that they've already seen. Because last year funny thing is that last year they actually showed more than this year. And this year, they slap you in the face with concept art, people making it, and 2 or 3 shots of actually the game. And then they just ended up with and wait until fall to learn more about the game. No gameplay. There, that's it.
Yeah.
Then you would think like, okay, maybe it'll show something else. Let's say in the Sony conference or in the Microsoft conference. Nope, nothing at all. It's like that's it. That's what we came to show you this year.
Yeah, I expected a little bit more from Mass Effect Andromeda, especially since it's been a while since Mass Effect 3. It's like, what? They've been working on it for so long, and it's like, just for that? Oh, well, I don't know.
But keep in mind, there's been a lot of firings on their team. There's been a lot of creative firing. Like the people that are working in the creative department, scripting, they fired like 2 guys, and in the producing part also. So they've lost people. I don't know for what reason, but they keep losing people more often, and it's getting to the point where it's actually making people worry about it, because maybe the game is like in that hole where they can get out of, like they're just finding where to go, but they want to do so many stuff, or they don't know what to do, that they're just stuck. They don't know what else to show. Because it's like every year they say the same thing. Oh yeah, the game is like you'll explore planets, but that's it. And it's like, oh, you'll explore planets and you can do this, you can do that. Like no, it's like, oh yeah, you'll be able to explore planets. There. Oh, it looks pretty too. That's it.
Well, I guess we'll see what they'll do. But we can't end off EA without summarizing all the sports that they had in the conference.
All those. Okay, NFL, as I was saying earlier, I get that people play it, but it's not a game where you have to give it 20 minutes of your conference to. Because we have tournaments, great, I don't care. People don't really care about it. I mean, yeah, you could tell me like, oh, 1 million people participate in a tournament. I don't believe it, but let's say it did happen. But those are like that 1 million people. And trust me, people were watching your stream, not for the NFL. There were like more than 1 million people waiting for you to say something about another game. But no, you just take 20 minutes of the conference and the live stream at LA. We keep reminding that it was a live stream at LA and the conference at London. You just show the people like you're making, oh yeah, NFL 2017, woo, tournaments, and that's it. Oh, and yeah, they just bring up the people that won some tournament there, and they're going head to head. Nobody cares about that. Like, there's a page for that. There's like, I don't know,
especially in a press conference.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's there to cheer up or I don't know, applaud them. Like, no, people want to see something else. Like, if you want to know about tournaments, just go to ESL.com or visit the page of the fucking game or something. But don't put it on conference where people are watching you or they want to see new stuff and other games other than sports games.
And then they brought up FIFA.
And then they brought up FIFA, yeah. Another game where, yeah, I know, people play it, but it's not a game where, like, you're every year like, damn, man, I can't wait for the new FIFA. Like, no, people don't do that. Probably those YouTubers that just spend thousands of dollars opening packs and buying coins, maybe they will wait for it because, you know, that's content for their YouTube channel.
Like KSI.
Oh, well, and there's a lot more, but he's like the main guy. Like, he said he quitted it, but he kept doing it. Mm-hmm. But those people might, you know, be interested. But other than those people and like 2 or 3 British guys, nobody cares about soccer. Especially when they lie to you and say, oh, we're bringing new stuff to FIFA games now, like new mechanics. Like, what, are you gonna kick the ball if you're, I don't know, jump 50 feet in the air? Like, you can't do anything else than kick a ball into a goal the way they do it in real life. I mean, they don't do exaggerated NBA Jam style of plays in soccer. Like, no.
It's like, it's like, what else can you do? Oh, we're gonna add the coaches. Well,
oh, that's
good fun.
Oh, look at this, we added managers now. Like, yay. And then they bring a manager up. I mean, that guy
like,
must have been embarrassed.
Did FIFA fans really want that?
Like, when you're playing the FIFA game, you're playing a game, the least you'll look at is the people sitting on the goddamn bench, because you can barely see them.
And the crowd, because other than in the intro for the game, you're never gonna notice those fucking guys in the crowd. Yet they're like, oh, look at the crowd, it looks so realistic.
And like, maybe when you score a goal, and even that, when you score a goal, they zoom in on your player, and they ignore the crowd for a while after like you scored a goal and they're back in the middle. But nobody's gonna be like, oh, I'm playing this game because I want to look at the crowd, or oh look, it's the manager. Oh, that's what I wanted. No, like, people don't want those things. Much less in a sports game. It's an NBA, and there's been coaches of the teams since like NBA Live, and nobody cares.
Well, what can we do? I think we should probably end it there.
No, we got one more thing.
What?
The only thing that was.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The only people that the only thing that people wanted to see in that conference, and it was like 5 minutes, it was Battlefield 1. Like, oh yeah, Battlefield 1, like this, the DICE guy comes out. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Battlefield 1, this trailer, we already showed you this trailer, but we're gonna show you again because we got nothing else to show. We got no time.
Like, we're running out of time, so here's some Battlefield 1. Here's a little bit of the trailer. Now we're going to talk a little bit and then show you the same trailer again, but the full trailer this time.
And then they're like, hey, you know what? You want to see gameplay? You got to watch another live stream. So go to the... Oh, no, and that's the thing. You're going to have to watch a live stream where people play horribly, like, god-awful, the game, and they don't even show you the mechanics of it. Like, oh, we're going to... Like, I remember when they said they were going to show people the melee weapon mechanics. You really think celebrities and random people that you invite to a live stream are going to really focus on that? No. Probably Level Cap like he did. Because if you go to Level Cap's channel and Jack Frags, they have to do it because they have a channel that actually talk about that stuff. But outside of them, in the live stream, they mostly focus on the celebrities playing it. And they're like... sucking ass. They're not even shooting well. And you really want people to see that of your new game?
But hey, it's Terry Crews and Snoop Dogg smoking weed while he's playing Battlefield.
And probably like 10 people in there smoked weed with him. Because they were making jokes about it all the goddamn time. Like, yay, we're smoking weed, we're cool. I don't give a damn. I want to see the gameplay, but yet they completely ignored it.
Yeah, and well, what they did
the only thing good they said was the beta that's coming out this summer. Mm-hmm. It's not coming out it's coming out really early, apparently, according to them.
Yeah, but I'm still stuck. Like, I'm the only thing that I'm saying about Battlefield 1, and I've said this a million times right now, is that the game looks cool and all, but I don't like the HUD. It's like
the HUD. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
It's like the world with the World War I setting. The HUD, I don't think it should be there. Like, they should just remove the HUD completely and make it without a HUD, or at least have a game mode. One game mode where it turns it off. And no, I'm not saying hardcore because hardcore is taking it too far. Because it's one thing to just have the HUD off. Another is to have the HUD off, friendly fire, and less health.
And people using marksman rifles.
Just one hit killing you. It's like, there's a limit. Like you want to be able to play the game exactly like you would normally, but without the HUD, it would just be so much more immersive. I mean, just look at all the gameplay they've shown of it. Most of it is with the HUD off, and it looks amazing that way. Why have the HUD? It ruins it for me. Like,
and then the HUD, okay, they could probably have a HUD in the game, but make it like in this game called Squad, where the HUD is there, but you don't actually kind of see it that much because it's like not that big. It doesn't take a lot of space in the screen. It's like the map, the little circle of the map on the top. On the bottom left,
yeah,
and like on the top you see like north, west, south thing, like a thing on the top. That's it, and your ammo count, I think. Well, it's not like it says 31 of 130. Like, no, it just says you got 30. and that's it. And you just need to see when you got a reload or not. It could be like that. If they put it like that, then it'll be like, okay, yeah, it's a bit more realistic now. But when you see it, it's like they're like in the 19. I don't remember what time was in there.
1920s, 1910s.
1920s, yeah. They're in the 1920s, but they have a real technological HUD around them. Like, oh, look at all those numbers and the flags and this, and look at the map. It's so detailed. Like, you really think this is realistic in that time? Like, no.
It's like the HUD obviously will always be used to help people see and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Have one game mode that dedicates to it being off, but not have it just be hardcore and simplify like that, because hardcore is just taking it too far. It's a completely different game mode, but you play it so differently. I want to be able to play it the same, but without the HUD. That's all I want. But I think that covers everything EA, right?
Well, yeah, that covers everything.
But
because the rest of it was updates and DLCs.
Alright, so let's move on with Bethesda then.